and welcome to Olsem Wanem. I'm Florence John Duo. The people of Collingwood Bay in Tufi, Oro Province, have been battling in court for years to reclaim the title to their land, which has been leased under two separate Special Agricultural Business Leases. In 2014, the National Court declared these SABLs null and void. The people of Collingwood Bay spoke to Olsem Wanem about their court battle and finally their victory to reclaiming the title to their land. Collingwood Bay has 560,000 plus hectares of land. In 2010, the Customary Landowners of Collingwood Bay started their legal battle over portions 113C and 143C, which were leased out under Special Agricultural Business Lease or SABL. The landowners initiated the court proceedings by way of a judicial review to find out as to how these land portions were leased out.
We started the battle in January 2010 when there was a company called Tufi that shipped equipment in, and they only took up a little portion of the land, and according to the landowners, they were going to do just clearing for planting of cashew nuts. And this was with a company called Victory Plantations. But then the boundaries that they wanted to do, we noticed that they were encroaching on customary land. So we protested and we stopped that operations. And after they shipped out, we were going to court to try to get them to pay compensation for breach of a previous court order that prevented anybody from doing anything on our land. This is a court case that we won in 1989, and in 2010 these guys came in. So while we were busy fighting over that, after we got rid of that earlier company, we had no idea that our customary land, quite a substantive parcel of land, was put under SABL. And when we discovered this in January 2011, we took two immediate actions. First, we launched a judicial review on the process under which the SABL was issued. The title was converted from customary land to state land. And we also, while we're taking direct legal action, we also went about doing a campaign.
The local landowners expressed that when they found out that their land was taken over by foreigners, they were worried and stood together, dug deep into their pockets to fight in court to regain the title to their land. The National Court declared the two leases held by Malaysia-based Kuala Lumpur Kepong Berhad or KLK null and void and ordered the government to cancel the licenses. After years of battle against the 99 years of SABL in the Collingwood Bay area of Tufi, Northern Province, this is a bittersweet moment for the locals of Collingwood Bay, seeing the ship, as you can see behind me, loading their machineries and shipping out. The people said they are happy that KLK is leaving their shores. However, they're still concerned knowing that KLK still has a title over Portion 5.
The Portion 5 is within our customary land. It's surrounded by our customary land. And we have an outstanding court order that says that nobody should step on or enter, neither any company or government departments or their agencies would step onto our customary land without first getting our written consent. And therefore it's very difficult for them to enter that land. So I don't know what KLK has got to do with that, but we have asked them, we're going to work towards asking the government to forfeit the title that they've issued to KLK.
Court order should have forfeited all the land, state leases, back to the people so that we will feel that all the land or all the doors of these people coming in, disrupting our livelihood should be all kept up. But now we feel that there will be still another court battle if the government decides to bring in investors.
The people also expressed their sincere gratitude to all who stood by them during the court battle.
I would like to acknowledge the support of our elites who tirelessly spent time, money to fight for land. But then, you know, I would like to tell them that now we got our land back. It's still not safe. There must be efforts made to secure the land, make it secure. Are there options in which we can be able to keep and occupy the land, convert it into commercial uses? How do we make sure that the land is used? At the moment, it's just big vacant parcels of forested area, and that's what's attracting people, outsiders who want our land. Okay, so until our elites can get together, come up with common thoughts, common vision about how we can be able to utilize our land commercially, then nobody would be interested in our land.
Illegal land grabbing has been a major problem not only for Collingwood Bay, but for many other areas in Papua New Guinea.
What we have seen here in Collingwood Bay should give encouragement and motivate the people, our people in Papua New Guinea who are also facing the same dilemma.
Welcome back. The people of Collingwood Bay share their experiences of what it felt like knowing that their land was claimed by foreigners and their land and resources exploited right before their eyes.
First reaction was, no, that's not right. Why are these people coming in? Who allowed these people in? What is going to happen to me and my family? Are we going to get anything out of this? That was the reaction. Anger that this is happening because we have heard about it happening in other parts of the country, foreigners going in, cutting timber, using the land, and then shipping out, and people suffering. And I know we have beautiful forests, we have beautiful land, our sea is too beautiful. And that was, to have this happening here was, no, we cannot allow it to happen. This must not happen.
It was a shocking experience, especially when we knew that all our lands was taken by the investors under SABL without consulting us as landowners. And we have dug deep in our pockets to assist in this court battle. And when winning the case, we were very, very happy that we had our land back.
We are the landowners, but without our notice, somebody outside consulted those investors, came into our land and exploited. We felt very, very sorry. We're supposed to give the right for the development, any type of development of timber, whatever. So we felt not happy, we were sad. And again, when we heard about the land was sold, land is our life. once we heard about selling the land, that means we were helpless. We were very, very sad. But we thank God that court has succeeded the court, and later we heard that the land was given back, the title was given back. So we came back to normal. We were happy and very thankful to those who have fought hard for our land to come back.
Mipla I wari taimoni kisim gram la mipla awal osonoli samla like up kisim na mipla I struggle la da min tok la wane mipla wari no go through mama osem mipla I like mas swinging gram la mipla na kambe kena ba mipla stop.
For us women, we were very sad because the children we bore, and from there our grandchildren or our great-grandchildren. What if they come in and destroy everything? They cut all the timbers down, and when they go out, they leave the place desert. And from there, nothing good will come up.
The people further elaborated that they are not poor, so the government departments can bring in investors claiming to help improve their livelihood.
For years, our women and children in this area too have not really seen anything tangible, anything to benefit them. I say that, yes, I have something that I got out of this project or out of this developer.
But I would like to tell them that they should not judge using monetary terms to define poverty, because it is our own people who see that because we don't have any cash, there's no means of cash flow or no alternative sources that can attract cash into our community, then they use that to define poverty. And in doing so, they go and drag companies in to come and make us even poorer. The reason why people are interested in our land is because they think that we are poor. Okay, let me define poverty. Okay, poverty has got a lot of, you can describe poverty given different environments. We are not a poor people. We are rich. We have 3 full meals a day without having to work. We don't go and throw 10 kina in the sea to get fish. We don't go and put money in the bush to catch pig. Okay, we've got everything we need. In this sense, poverty means you have nothing. You have nothing at all. You can't define our standard of living with not having the money to call us poor. Okay, so the SABL is the government's way of trying to introduce development projects into communities that will make people rich and alleviate them from the state of poverty. But they need to define poverty. What is poverty?
You're watching Olsem Wanem. After the Collingwood Bay people reclaimed the title to their land, all the 9 indigenous tribes of Collingwood Bay had the opportunity of coming together to discuss their way forward and the common issues they're facing. Since investors have invaded their land, there were differences amongst tribes and clans in the Collingwood Bay area due to various reasons. All this changed when partners with Melanesians, or PWM, an NGO advocate for sustainable development and conservation, went into their area to facilitate a combined forum to bring all indigenous tribes together to discuss and iron out issues that were at hand.
And over the last 2 days, the people have engaged openly in discussions, and our main objective of coming here was firstly to get them to agree by consensus using the traditional ways of discussions and communication to agree that they want security over their land. And whatever that is on their land, resources like forest, timber, and other minerals and other biodiversity that is on their land is something that gives them their identity, who they are, the people of Collingwood Bay. So partners with Melanesian as an NGO see that opportunity to work with them because they have already got an organized system in place. So the idea of conservation comes in. But one very important thing that we have noted here is the people of Collingwood Bay have been living with conservation, and conservation is part of the traditional way of life. The second reason why we are here is as a result of the intrusion by foreign investors that coming in here under the name, disguise and name of oil palm development and logging. They have kind of destabilized and upset the stability that existed in this part of the community. There's now tribal differences, clan differences, individual differences amongst the people here in Collingwood Bay plus the people outside of Collingwood Bay. And that is one of the reasons why we wanted to come in and let the people map the conflicts and the issues, and then we work together with them to facilitate a process whereby they can reach reconciliation, peace, again in this Collingwood Bay area.
It was a first of its kind and a step forward for them to be working together.
At that time, we broke off from this big mining group and we formed a little group of our own there, and we haven't had anything to do with these people. This has brought us in. And yesterday was the first time we ever got together and we were trying to iron out our few problems, that why we haven't done this before this thing happened, but thank you. This group has brought us in and we are now getting together. We are looking forward to see what we can do future. We are now trying to say past is past and it's gone. We never want to rewind it back. Let's go forward from now. This is the first time after the court battle. All the clans from Collingwood Bay coming together, all the tribes coming together. And now we are discussing, now we are talking.
I've been in the village for 10 years and I haven't seen whole of Collingwood Bay get together like this. And this is the first time. We have called ourselves people from Collingwood Bay, yeah. But we haven't really sat together, talked about issues, talked about our differences, that sort of thing. It hasn't happened. So definitely this forum, a good initiative to bring people of Collingwood Bay together to talk about their problems and their hardships and their differences.
The people have identified some things that they see a priority for them.
To safeguard our land, we need to set our land boundaries right. Right now, we don't know where our boundaries actually are. What are our boundaries? We need to have that done. That's external boundary that has to be set out, and our own internal boundaries too must be set out properly, so that I know every individual knows where the boundaries. They have the paper to say, "M ground law me." It's true that traditionally ground is passed down from father to son, by word. But in this day and age, you need that piece of paper to say, yes, I own this. So I would like to see that happening, especially here in our Collingwood Bay area. People must have that paper to say, I rightfully own this. So you can take me to court, but this paper says I own it. And tomorrow, no Tom, Dick, and Harry can come and take it off my land because I'm holding this piece of paper. So I would like to see that happening.
Because of our customary land that is just lying there, maybe that's why these people there, or the company, many companies are trying to come in and own or get what our resources are in here. So, through that experience, I think now we have the knowledge or idea that we got our land back. I think it's better to have not a large scale of development, but at least just a small scale or sustainable project which can protect in place so that our land is protected.
Not doing anything on our land because of these activities coming in. So now we have learned that we must do something. Some development, such as sustainable development, where the small scale projects that community would come up with their plans. And now we seek the help of those who can help us to go about with it, use our land sustainably in order to conserve some of our land for the future generation to come.
Welcome back to the program. Many other customary landowners in Papua New Guinea are still fighting to reclaim the title to their land. Well, here are some words of encouragement from the people of Collingwood Bay to you.
Please don't give up. It may take you 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 60 years, your children, pass it on down to your children to continue that fight because it is rightfully yours. Don't give up. Because I know my fathers talked about land. Me picnic Mary. But when they talked about land, I got involved in it. Because I know this is their heart, their lives they're talking about. Not only themselves, but the people who were living back in the village. This is their life, their livelihood has been affected. This is the very center of their lives, the core of their lives. They're talking land. So my message to those who are still haven't got their land back, continue, please don't give up. It's yours, rightfully yours, you will get it back.
People feel that they have been deprived of their rights in benefit sharing. So I believe that those Papua New Guineans who have this issue, they have to consider. They have to look around whether it is benefiting them. But otherwise, we have set the precedents. And it will be easy for them to go through and get this thing, get rid of, out of our system. Because most likely they will be deprived of their rights and the benefits, almost nothing. We only have destruction on our land.
I'm strongly urging the other groups to do the same and follow what we have done to gain, because we don't want foreigners to come and be labor on our own land. Let's work on our own land in a stage on our, we see where it's a sustainable and a tangible project, other than getting something that is very big, we can't handle it. And later we find that the foreigners go on with our money and we are left naked there without anything. Thank you. One area where they need to look at is to do judicial reviews on the process and procedures as to how a customary land, parcels of customary land can be converted into state leases.
There are organizations who are out there willing to support the local landowners in the fight against illegal land grabbing. But the first move must be done by the people.
We have other NGO partners that are working alongside us. Our engagement with the people of Collingwood Bay just started recently, but in the fight against SABL in other parts of the country, we have PNG Eco Forestry Forum, which is the umbrella NGO for many of the conservation and community development NGOs that are working with forest resource landowners. And we have Center for Environment Law and Community Rights. We have FPCD, Foundation for People and Community Development, eco-forestry-based NGO. We have other international conservation NGOs that are based in PNG. We have WWF, we have the Nature Conservancy, TNC, and then we have Greenpeace. They have been a very good supporter of the fight against SABL, doing the campaigns on site, going alongside with the ships, and also broadcasting the things by international media. We have also other NGOs that are working overseas, but very quietly using different multimedia systems like Rainforest Alliance and the Rainforest Network. And then we have the generous supporters and people from Norway through the Rainforest Foundation. So we have many international and national partners that are working with us. But at the same time, the people play a very important role. The people are the ones that have to take the fight. The other stakeholders can only come in when the people stand together, united. And the rest of Papua New Guinea, they go through court battles, they go through the administrative process of taking back their land and everything else. If all that fails, they will tend to jungle justice. And that, you cannot stop it. Foreigners, corrupt government officials, from Forest Authority, from Department of Agriculture, from SEPA, if you are facilitating this process of getting customary land for development fraudulently, let me warn you, the people of this country will raise up and they will destroy you.
That's all we have for this week. If you have any comments or stories you would like to share, please send us an email via the address on your screen or leave us a message on our Olsem Wanem Facebook page. Until next week, I'm Florence John Duo, and on behalf of the Olsem Wanem team, thank you for watching and have a pleasant evening.